Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Haulass Garage. We thought we'd start off with giving you guys a bit of a list for our budget build.
People seem to be having problems with seeing budget in their build. What they're writing it, they're not doing it. We're going to do the exact opposite. So we're going to write down every dollar we spend and like give you options of like you could buy this part that's $1,000 or you can use this turd farmer for $3, which will do the same job roughly. So righto, what have we got? Purchase cost of the car. So hang on, you need your texter for the purchase price.
Oh, true.
So car costs us $600. To buy a chrome bumper car these days, you have to be Pablo Escobar pretty much. And when you're going to chop it all up and pull original running gear out, which you're going to get about $200 for, that's why we've picked the Bird Dog, because we're going to show you a bit of metal fab, because most cars these days, if you're going to do one, it's going to be a rusty shit box, so you're going to have to fix it up. So yeah, we're not doing a concourse job like, but it'll be stronger than what it ever was. So that's why we've picked the Bird Dog. So $600 entry cost was pretty good. We knew there was going to be problems for $600, so that's the angle we've gone. We couldn't do a budget build starting with how much were them wagons? Like $4 or $5 grand, and I guarantee after we sandblasted them, they would have been as bloody rusty. So we weren't paying Pablo Escobar prices, we're paying Billy Bob budget prices. So that's why we've got what we've got. So, and as you'll see with our cost thing and that, it's not a bad way of doing it if you want to keep the cost down, if you're just doing it at home and mucking around. So that's why we've done what we've done.
600.
Right, so that's going to be our cost column. Let's do another one for our what it didn't cost column. Alright, so $600 for the Bird Dog. In pristine condition it was. Luckily for us, it had a Coupe XM XP Coupe front seat in it, which we sold for $650. So the car we should have called the Freebird. So seat sold $650. Giving us a $50 credit, I believe. Righto, then we went into our good mate. I don't know if we should call him mate after what he did to our car. $250, he lightened our car. Maybe he did. Maybe we should call him a mate. He made our car wider, which will in turn be faster. So cost. So we've got $250 for that.
Blast. So we are -200.
-200 clams. Then we bought our box tube chassis rail, which was I think $108. So just right $100, I guess.
So now we are -300.
Right, we got that, and then I bought some other odds and ends, some angle and bits of flat for the sills, 100 by 3mm. That was about $30 for all that, just offcuts from the local hardware shop. So don't get scared by see a car it's all rusted out. The biggest thing it'll cost you is time and work with your hands. The actual metal for the car, if you make it yourself, is cheap. Like we'll have rails from front to back in this car, and we'll buy a 1200 by 24 bit of 1.8 steel, like sheet metal, and I think they're only $80 or $100. So it's just going to be a lot of labour, but not actual cost. So put a sheet of floor metal in there.
How much? 100?
Yeah, it'd be $100 for a sheet, I reckon. What else have we got in there? We've got some gearbox crossmen, which I got from a swap meet, which was like $20, I reckon, that tail shaft loop thing. And we won't go into consumables of welding wire and all that, because no one cares about that stuff. We scored a race seat off Toby. We got the car off, an RCI race seat for $50. Oh, I've got to show you this. we've scored a bloody deluxe rear seat, top and bottom. The top's got a couple of rips in it. 20 bucks. What a bloody bargain. So we've got that sorted.
And wrist.
So what are we up to?
$520.
520 clams. Now, that is the cheapest chrome bumper car we could find, and that's going to be with our chassis and stuff in it. So I'd say that's a budget build. Now, onto our, we'll call it a seminar.
Yeah.
Budget versus expensive, and just a little lesson for people at home that having a bit of trouble with how it works. So give us, I wanted to paint my car, give us the expensive way of doing it.
So if you want to be expensive, you're going to need one of these.
What's that bloody thing? That's fancy.
Very shiny.
So say you're a hillbilly like me, how would you paint your car?
Probably one of these.
Ah, right. Yeah, I've seen them before.
That
so
would be the budget version.
that's the budget version. So a little example there.
Yeah.
Now let's just say I've bought myself a rusty shit box like this. Got a bit of straw hanging out your mouth, and I want to cut the floor out. What's the budget way of doing that?
Budget way would be this axle here. Doesn't even come to play.
Shit, that is pretty bloody budget. I'll be honest. Now, just say I'm a bit of a baller and I bloody want to step my game up. Oh, what do we got here?
Feel like spending a bit.
Yeah, right. I think that was bloody 50 bucks from Bunnings. So we might start doing a few tool things on the show, because I got that the other day for 50, and our little bloody air saw thing to cut the tin, which was a Zito or some cheap shit brand, works amazing. So, righto. Now, bloody turbo manifolds or exhaust manifolds. Let's just say I want to put some bloody manifolds on my car. And what's the deer option I could put on? Just say, I want a bloody brand name one or something. Or
you want to look cool, so you're going to get
bloody hell. Titanium bloody turbo twister.
Custom bloody.
Yeah, right.
$1 million
that
headers.
Looks expensive. That doesn't look like something I just have bloody
we can't afford this.
lay on the floor. So what would Billy Bob budget be?
Billy Bob budget. He'd have these bad
what's
boys.
he got here?
The stockies.
Look at these.
And cut off them.
Yeah, right. That looks a lot more up our alley. That was about $10 from a swap meet. So just another little comparison there.
Yeah.
And I guarantee we'll go as fast with them as Billy Bob, or our mate will go with these fancy manifolds. So a couple of little comparisons there. If you've got any others you'd want to send in, be sure to. Righto, so we've covered that. What else have we got to cover? So we probably should cover, where are we up to with the car? So we've got our
we've got the chassis in, we've got the plates in.
Got our A-pillars joined up. Probably took us a solid day. We probably spent 12 or 15 hours, I reckon. Just all the fiddly little shapes. So we've got that sorted now. Yeah, it was a pain in the arse, but where the chassis connectors are, we've actually cut out and put new 100 by 4mm steel into this frame, so it was good to weld to and all the rest of it. So it'll be stronger than, like, twice as strong as what it ever was. So we've got that in. What else have we tackled? We've got our rails in, which were, the front rails in the car were exactly the same as the 50mm box, so we've slid them in, we've plug welded them into the original chassis, we've run them to the back. We've got a nice solid bit of box in the back of the chassis now. Our floor pans, what have we got there? We'll get there. We've got an old bit of sheet there, but we'll, like I say, with our $100, we'll get a new bit of sheet, and we've got our little cheapy folder there, which we might do a thing on as well. Yep. So we've just got to make the tunnel and the floor pans, a couple of seat mounts, and then that will be pretty much it. We can move on to the back of the car. So that's where we're at so far. We're hoping to have our engine hopefully picking up this weekend. And then we'll probably start on the rear end maybe this weekend. We're just waiting. It's going to be a leaf spring car, Billy Bob again, leaf springs, with our 2B3 chassis. And what else are we going to put there? We'll have a homemade anti-roll bar. We've scored some brackets to mount the springs that were chopped in half, so they were free off our buddy Nath. And we'll have to work out a fuel tank for the back because the other one was rusted out. And yeah, we should be golden. So that's where we're at so far. What else do you want to add to that, mate?
Or should we add engine and trans or?
Oh, I think we'll just bloody wait for the suspense and wait till we pick it up and we'll do all that stuff then. But,
I reckon.
so, we probably should give a call out to the Carnage boys, Scotty, and who's our other old mate that works with Scotty in there? Young fella.
What's his name?
Scotty's apprentice, we'll call him.
Yeah.
So Taylor and Carnage, we're calling you out. And I think the boys up the road, I don't know them that way, the boys at Max Performance, they're building a turbo Falcon, EA or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Put them on the list too. So that's 3 Aussies, we'll call them out. If there's anyone else in the country building something that, bit of a budget build and they want to have a bit of a build off, we're down. So yeah, we'll go with that, And yeah, let the bird dog keep continuing on.
Continue on from there. So yeah, enjoy the episode. Stay tuned for the next episode coming soon.
Boogity boogity.
Alright, so as you can see, front section of the floor's cut out, so we can cut the old rails out. Got the new back brace going in. This is just so we can line up the rails, the new rails with something, so we're not just guessing it, but motor's out as well, so we can get a good line. But yeah, we're just about to cut the final bits out of that so we can get it to come down and we can put plates in there and wire her up. So that's where we're at so far. Also, we got a new microphone, so let us know if it sounds better. Alright, it's the next day. As you can see, Dad's been on the welder, getting the frame rails in and those little bits of box section while I was editing the new video. Just got to cut up a few more of these for the trans cross mount and the roll cage. So get onto that now. Alright, got all our bits cut out and Dad's going to explain what we're about to do.
Right, so when you're building a fine piece of shit box like this, you've got to try and think ahead a bit. So on the ANDA rules, on your tail shaft loop, it's 150 back from the back of your uni. So while you're building it, now's a good time to incorporate it into your build. So another thing we've done is we're going to have a single 4-inch exhaust on this. So we've notched that, put that in. If you can think ahead a bit while you're going, this will save you pain later when it's under the car and you're trying to chop it out and that. But this doesn't always work. Sometimes you have too many beers and like this is just, we've got lucky today. So we've going to put this in here. Got our tail shaft loop marked there. And square that up. It's on your line. Bang a tack on her. Oop, no we won't. Righto. Now, let's see there. Square. Alright, we'll get that one tucked in.
Alright, that should pretty much do it for this episode, guys. We've got most of our main chassis bit done. We just gotta weld those bits in for the roll cage, but we'll get to that next episode and cutting out a bit for our tail shaft loop and then floor, and then we can move to the back section. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, feel free to like and comment. So we'll try and get these out as soon as we can for you. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.